All right, entrepreneur Richie. What do I call you? Lunchmeat?
That you can if you want. That's my nickname.
Still?
It's in the yearbook. You open up class 87.
You're 52. I was
You open it up,
35
boom.
years ago.
You're like, hey, there go Lunchmeat.
How'd you get that name?
Oh man, next question, please.
I had a feeling. I was like, I think I know, but I want to make sure.
I can tell you the P is a PG version and the rated R version.
You tell any version you want or no version. I don't want to.
We do the no version.
All right, no
that's
version.
a cool nickname.
That's all, you got a cool name. It's the nickname that leads the imagination to running wild. That's for sure. And so let's get back on that little Shark Tank path we were going. So you were involved with them. That's where it was. You were talking about some chick that you were getting involved with, Lori Gannier, and I was like, how the fuck did we go from Lori Gannier to Trump left and right? Oh my gosh.
That's the beauty of conversation.
TV. Wow. Unbelievable it is. So you were getting involved with her. Like how? Instagram, DM'd her? Hey, sweet
I
baby.
did. Actually, I did.
Really?
Talked to her team back and forth, and I even brought her book, and I started reading her book, and I was like, this is all the stuff I'm already doing. And so I told them, I said, they said, well, send your stuff to us. And I was like, nah, I ain't doing that. So I said, I tell you what, I'll fly out there on my dime. And they was like, well, no, don't do that. And then I said, well, okay. So I just cut off everything. And so sometime after that, by this time I still was with Invent Help is here locally.
Okay, what's Invent Help?
Is where
Invent Help.
Invent Help.
Okay.
I went with them first.
Okay.
And because at the time I didn't like Shark Tank. Because when Shark Tank first came out, they wanted so much money even just to go on the show to pitch your concept, your idea, or your invention.
You got to pay them to get on their show.
It was like tens and thousands of dollars when they first came on the scene over 10 years ago.
Well, that's not how that shit's supposed to work.
And so that's what made me stop watching them.
Yeah, for sure.
And so, but when they came to Speed All the Way Up, and so when they came here right before the pandemic, I was sitting in the audience, and they had a speaker, a guy named Brandon. He said, hey, we don't do that anymore. It's been 3 seasons or 3 years that you don't have to put up money for us to go on the show. Yeah. And
did they refund those people that had to pay money beforehand?
And I understood that.
Like, hey, thank these people for paying your way.
I know, because that's a lot of people and a lot of money. Mm-hmm. And I just say to myself, y'all already millionaires. But I understand I don't understand a lot of it, but I understand that business aspect of it. Because, for example, you go up there and pitch something, you pitching your item to the whole world. Even though one of the sharks may not pick it up, somebody gonna say, hey, contact that dude. I'll pick that up. And so I understood that part. But at first I didn't. But as time went on, I was like, okay.
That's called justification. There ain't no reason for that. Like these people are making however much money per show. They don't need your measly 10 or 20 grand or wherever it is. Like how much money are they getting for commercial spots and stuff. I don't like that. I'm glad they stopped at least.
Yeah, they stopped. And so when I went down there, I was like, oh man, that's great. And it's because it was even a struggle for me to go down there. I went down there at the last minute after they kept emailing me and texting me. And I was like, they said, our spot's about to fill up. Ooh, excuse me. And I was like, man, I'm sitting at my desk. I'm like, oh, man, I don't know. Do I want to go down there? And I said, all right. So I went down there, pitched my idea. And a month later, pandemic happened. They shut everything down. So they said, they sent out a mass email, say, hey, repitch your ideal. I think they did it for everyone. They said because a lot of things went on during the pandemic because it just started. So they said repitch it. So I did off of social media. And so then about 2 months passed, maybe 3, they sent out another email and said, hey, could you repitch your ideal? And so I did it again. I'm like, man, you know what? But I said, okay. And so then 6 months passed. Nothing happened. Then 2 months ago, my phone rung. I'm sitting at my mother's house just having a good time, just talking with her. You know, you get a phone call, your ID looks from another city or state. You're like, man, I don't know what that is. I ain't answering that. And
robocaller.
right. So I said, oh, they left a voicemail. So I put it on speakerphone. And while I'm sitting there with my mother, and the lady said, "This is Aaron, one of the casting producers from Shark Tank."
Hey, thanks for watching this 5-minute clip of the podcast. If you would like to enjoy the full version, you can only catch that on patreon.com/Neandertalk podcast. And you can do it for as little as $1 a month. And that'll get you all the video versions of the podcast. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you watching this.